everybody. I'm Monty. You all right? Channel 5 is reporting, and I have to read this to be accurate, that the phrase, bring home the bacon, bringing home the bacon, originated back in the 12th century when a church in England offered a side of bacon to any man who could swear before the church that he had not fought or quarreled with his wife for a year and a day. Any man who could, quote, bring home the bacon was highly respected in his community. I am reading that as an actual fact. So bring home the bacon meant you went 366 days without a quarrel with the wife, and you had to swear it before God. Shout out. Boy, I'm telling you what, that must have been some good bacon. For doing all that, wow, that is something. I don't know. Many of y'all could do that now. Bring home some bacon. I don't know. Just might be having plain eggs or pancakes or whatever you do. But, hopefully some of y'all, we had a couple bacon winners. We'll see. But anyway, that is today's fact. Hope you guys are doing well. And I wanted to talk in the spirit of talking about bacon, a very interesting thing I stumbled upon, which I had no idea about. I did not know that a pig and a boar are exactly the same thing. I did not know that. I had no idea. Because I know what pigs look like. Pigs are pink, curly tail, and I figured they're probably like in the same family, of course, but there's like, there's animals, there's, big cats, there's, a tiger ain't a lion. It's not a leopard, but they're, jungle cats, whatever. There's, there's levels to this, you know what I'm saying? There's types of eagles, you know what I'm saying? There's, different kind of, whatever. But a boar literally is a pig. It's the same thing. And they say, if you put a pig on a farm into the wild, in just a matter of months, it will grow coarse hair like a boar. Let me actually read this for y'all. Domestic pigs can quickly revert to wild pigs. Wild pig is a boar, Although domestic pigs, as we know it today, took hundreds of years to breed, just a few months in the wild is enough to make a domestic pig turn feral. It will grow tusks, thick hair, and this is what truly caught me here, become more aggressive. Like a boar, you don't want to run up on a boar in the wild. You need to go the other way. Boars they're kind of ornery, they're kind of, ill-tempered, you know what I mean? Pigs generally are considered, farm pigs are smart, you know what I mean? People keep pigs as pets sometimes. His pig's smarter than a dog. Great. But I thought that was fascinating, that a pig on a farm with no hair really, definitely no tusks, and pretty just regular. I don't really know many pig attacks we have, you know what I mean, is really a boar. If you set that pig in the wild, not the pig's children or grandchildren, that pig will grow hair and become wild and feral and a boar. But that aggression is what really stuck to me. Are you smarter than a pig? Now, I just told you, they said the dog might not be as smart as a pig, but are you smarter than a pig? I will hope you are, because how the pig got the revelation more than we do. Now, that pig will adjust to its situation and grow tusks to defend itself, coarser hair for whatever weather it might be upon, and become aggressive if needs to defend it's young. There's sometimes when we want to change our environment, but we don't want to change ourselves. The pig knows I got to change to survive. We don't want to change to survive. We feel like let everything around us change and we stay the same and then think we can prosper. You put that pig in the wild, how does the pig know that how I had it on the farm is not going to cut it out here in the wild, so I got to change? See, we want these things, and I talked about greatness in the last one and all that, but we don't want to change. It's that comfort zone. Now, that pig on the farm, yeah, somebody's feeding it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got their own little space, and, they're fenced in and all that, but guess what? That pig is going to go to slaughter. They ain't bringing home that bacon from nothing. Now, the pig in the wild is free. Can run around and do whatever they want. You know what I mean? That's not wild pig when you go to the grocery store. That's the farm pig. If you're going to try to catch them wild pigs, you better be careful. Because them tusks will get you. So if you really want that next level, you got to change. The pig can't complain about nothing else changing around it once it gets out there. I'm out here in the wild now. Is anybody going to come feed me? Hello, oink, oink. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually I get some feed and, like, a blanket at some point around nighttime. I'm getting kind of cold. Is anybody going to put me in some place where I can be? No. Now I got to survive and do this on my own. And it's in you to do. Because it's in the pig to do. Obviously they've done this. They set the pig out there, they watch it for a couple of weeks, all of a sudden it's growing hair. It was always in the pig to become feral and wild and be able to fend for itself. It's in you. I guess this is a continuation from last time. It's in you to do it. But you got to leave the farm. It's like I talked about. That farm is where the average is. The farm is just, hey, you stay on that farm long enough that you're going to be packaged up and in a hot dog in a minute. But out in the wild, you can survive. You can do some things. They ain't coming for me in the wild. They was coming for me on the farm. It's in you. They grow. I had no idea. I was like, wait. That's the same pig? How do you know how to grow tusks? Boars have, tusks. You know what I'm saying? And now they're aggressive. Their mindset, even a pig's mindset will change in the wild. You get on the wild and you complaining. I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. Why did I do this? Ain't no boar going back to the farm. Okay? Ain't no boar going back to the farm. And a lot of them pigs, if you let them get out, they'll go out and they'll go to the wild. You know what I mean? They're like, we got it. Thanks. You open that gate, they gone. So what you want? You can stay on the farm where it's comfortable, but ain't much in your future there. Or you can go out. But you gotta really evolve yourself. You gotta start to grow hair. You gotta get a mentality to survive, to make it, to prosper. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe that. I've seen boars. I'm not playing. I've seen like those wild boars and stuff. I've seen them like chase off bigger predators before. You know what I mean? I've seen it. I watched some of the little nature things like on Instagram and all that stuff. I've seen it. I didn't know it was a regular pig. Sometimes the bigger predator get them. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes they get the predator. I have seen it. Hyenas. I'm not playing, y'all. I'm not playing. I did not know that was the same. I said, wait a minute. What? Yeah. So, that's something to consider, because at some point, something in you, if you that farm pig, ought to want to get out of there. Okay? Something is pulling on you to get out of where you are, to grow, and to prosper. But you cannot do it looking like the farm pig. You got to grow hair, some tusk. The mentality got to change. All right? Now, see, that pig in the wild got to find food for itself. What if I don't find food? What if I starve? See, that's where the fear factor comes in. You see? You more fearful of the unknown, not realizing you ain't got much time left on that farm. You ain't fearing that, but you fearing the unknown. But that's where you're going to really live at. That's where you're really going to prosper at. Where you at now, it's good for what it is, but that's going to come to an end. And then what? But if you get out there, I mean, really get out there. Sure, it's risky. I ain't saying there ain't predators out there. I ain't saying food might not be scarce for a little bit, but boar's been around a long time. They obviously got something right. Okay, they still here, baby, you know? That's just amazing how a pig understands that. Just a common pig. But we don't. We don't want to change. We nervous. We looking around. It's dark. It's scary. No. It's time to be free. Okay? It's time for me to stop having people do everything for me and fatten me up and thinking they my friend. They're not your friend. They're using you. You stay there, you're getting used. Yeah, they got a different purpose for you at that farm than what you think. All right? No, it ain't fun and games over there. Okay? You think it is because it's comfortable, but that comfort zone is going to be the death of you. You know what I'm saying? Well, Boar, I could not believe. I'm just floored by that. I can't believe it. I kept reading. I looked through a lot of things. I'm like, is this right for sure? A feral pig is a boar, and that can just be a regular pig. I said, I couldn't believe it. I looked up a bunch of places, and that's the truth. I'm like, in nature, they understand that, but we don't. But we supposed to be smarter than them. I don't know. You might need to read 1984. It's inside. I ain't read that in high school. But anyway, keep that with you. Keep that with you. All right? If you're going to do it, you're going to have to adapt and change. You cannot be. Being what you are now is what got you the place you are. So if you want to change, it's got to start with you. The world is not going to change for you. You got to change. Go. Now. Let's go. You got to change. Then you prosper. We want everything to change around us first, and then, okay, maybe I'll change a little bit today. Other than that, I'm going to just be where I was. No. You've got to change. Guys, also really quick, I want to hit on one other thing too. Prayers up, definitely, for those in Florida, which is just terrible. The storm, I don't know if they're calling it Ian, the storm, just devastating, and they're going through it a lot. Be praying if anybody's got family there and the area is hit. Definitely praying for y'all, hoping people got out. But I want to say this. For those that didn't get out, or, I used to say this a lot for people that, that are still there, and the whole, why you ain't leave? Well, I can't believe people still there. I used to do that. I used to do that a lot. And I can't remember what disaster it was, but there was a disaster, and, I think it was a guy on the news or a guy that was just talking. He said, everybody keep telling you, why don't you leave? And he's like, and go where? He said, where I'm supposed to go? He said, my whole family here. Where you want us to go? You got a house big enough for 7 people? Well, just go to a hotel. Go to a hotel for how long? The hotels ain't free. Some people can't really just up and leave. You know what I mean? They don't have the luxury of doing that. Some people are stubborn. I don't want to leave. But a lot of people, they can't go. They got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Go stay with your sister. She live in New York. I'm in Florida. She in an apartment. I got 4 kids. What you want? Now we supposed to go to her house. How am I supposed to get there? So I hope there's a little more empathy for these situations, because I used to say the same thing, floods or whatever. Why they ain't leave? I'd be gone. Well, if it's just you, then yeah, maybe you can be gone. But a lot of people are not in a position. There are people in the hospitals. What if you got a loved one that's in an ICU, God forbid, or in a hospital situation? You gonna leave them? They can't move. Sometimes I've hit on this before, talking too much on social media platforms or just saying things in general, not understanding where people are coming from. Not everybody's just being stubborn. Not everybody's just being obstinate. Some people are just really in a situation where if they could and they could get all their loved ones out and leave to some big giant house, a whole different 2, 3, 4 states away they could, but not everybody has that luxury. So make sure you pray for those who don't and can't and would if they could but can't, because I'm sure they're going through just a terrible thing. Nobody asked for this. A storm hits, nature is nature, weather is weather, you know what I mean? And it's out of our control, you know what I mean? So I hope that, it looks like kind of the worst of it is over and all of that. And we're kind of moving past it now, at least hopefully by the time this comes out. But it's still a lot to rebuild. And a lot of people have lost a lot. You've seen whole, houses is totally flooded in and cars is gone and all that. And in the aftermath, sometimes we forget about it. Like, man, that was crazy. All right, on to the next. But them people can't go on to the next. They got to totally try to rebuild their lives. So please just say a prayer for those, even if you don't know anybody directly affected. You know what I mean? There's some people that you're probably just a couple of degrees of separation from, and they know somebody down there going through it. So praying very much for all of those involved, hoping that the authorities in the government are doing their best to get aid and food and water and shelter to those people and helping them to rebuild, because again, it's not nothing somebody did. It's just a natural disaster, unfortunately. And I'll end with this. I guess not allegedly, I guess we did have a small earthquake here in Las Vegas, I guess in the north part of Vegas. I didn't feel it. I'm down south in Vegas, south side, you know what I mean? But somebody asked me about it. I said I didn't feel anything, but I go on Twitter. Anytime you're wondering about something like that, that's when I can recommend Twitter, because Twitter moves fast. And Twitter is just people literally, you just type in, if it was an earthquake, I put in earthquake. I really just put in earthquake, and then I put in the most recent messages. And so on Twitter, you'll literally just see somebody that just tweeted about earthquake in their sentence or whatever. And sure enough, all these people in Vegas, was that Vegas of the earthquake? You can be more specific, put in Las Vegas earthquake, whatever, but use that to do that. And then I said, oh, there was an earthquake. I didn't feel anything, but sometimes it is what it is. They call it act of God. Yeah, anytime something like that, I usually do that when the power goes out too. So is the power out just here, or is it out the whole block or whatever? And I'll start going on Twitter. But anyway, prayers up. I hope you guys are doing well. This is, of course, Channel 5, Mighty Sharp Network. We seen it, the show you should check out as well. All right, please check us out. Finish it up on HOD. But guys, you always know what to do, especially in these times. Please be blessed. Stay sharp.
Not about the racks, not about the racks. We gon' speak the facts, we gon' speak the facts. Not about the racks.